Dolph Lundgren, born November 3, 1957, the Rocky IV icon, hid decades of pain behind his stoic face. Fame brought isolation, health battles, and betrayal. At 67, he faces his mortality, reflecting on love lost and a fortune of $18 million that feels hollow. Brendan Fraser, born December 3, 1968, the beloved star of The Mummy, rose high before crashing under betrayal, divorce, and injuries that stole his career. At 56, with $20 million, he claws back, haunted by fame's cost and scars no award can erase. Brad Pitt, born December 18, 1963, the Fight Club heartthrob, hid addiction and divorce behind charm. His inner chaos bled into a lonely empire worth $400 million. At 61, he questions if his beauty cursed him to love and lose forever. Tom Cruise, born July 3, 1962, the Top Gun legend, flew too close to power. Scientology, broken marriages, and obsession left him estranged. At 63, with $600 million, he's a king in a glass castle, haunted by whispers he can't silence. Cillian Murphy, born May 25, 1976, the Peaky Blinders antihero, hides in shadows off-screen. Shunning Hollywood's glare, he wrestles with alienation and purpose. At 49, his $20 million wealth feels weightless against the void inside. Antonio Banderas, born August 10, 1960, the desperado star, masked heartbreak and health scares behind his charm. Strokes and failed loves left scars deeper than fame could heal. At 64, his $50 million fortune feels like a fragile illusion of joy. Mel Gibson, born January 3, 1956, the Braveheart warrior fell to scandals, addiction, and exile from Hollywood's grace. At 69, with $425 million, he roams a lonely kingdom, haunted by battles lost both on screen and within. Matt Damon, born October 8, 1970, the Bourne hero chased perfection, yet grief and regret stalked him off camera. At 54, his $170 million empire feels hollow as he wonders if success cost him his soul. Richard Gere, born August 31, 1949, the Pretty Woman icon carried quiet heartbreak under his silver-haired glow. Failed marriages and lost children left him searching. At 75, his $120 million wealth cannot mend the ache of time. Emilio Estevez, born May 12, 1962, the Breakfast Club rebel vanished into obscurity, escaping fame's cruel glare. Broken dreams and estranged ties haunt him. At 63, his $18 million fortune whispers of what could have been. Kurt Russell, born March 17, 1951, the escape from New York, antihero balanced fame with private torment. Broken friendships and regrets gnawed quietly. At 74, his $100 million feels like a gilded cage of memories he can't outrun. Kiefer Sutherland, born December 21, 1966, the 24 star spiraled through addiction and shattered relationships, his demons lurking off-screen. At 58, his $100 million empire feels fragile, as fame and loneliness wage a quiet war in his soul. Michael J. Fox, born June 9, 1961, the Back to the Future hero's charm hid the slow cruelty of Parkinson's. At 64, with $65 million, his courage shines, yet his body betrays him, forcing him to confront fragility as life's bitter teacher. Dermot Mulroney, born October 31, 1963, the My Best Friend's Wedding actor faded from stardom into quiet obscurity. Lost loves and missed chances weigh heavy. At 61, his $11 million fortune feels like a relic of a dream never fully lived. Mark Wahlberg, born June 5, 1971, the Boogie Nights star, buried a violent past beneath wealth and faith. But guilt lingers in the quiet moments. At 54, his $400 million empire feels fragile, a fortress built atop scars that never healed. Christian Slater, born August 18, 1969, the Heathers, rebel spiraled through arrests, addiction, and Hollywood exile. At 55, with $25 million, he stares at the mirror, haunted by the boy he lost to fame's cruel blaze. Ewan McGregor, born March 31, 1971, the Moulin Rouge, romantic masked infidelity and heartbreak behind his gentle eyes. At 54, his $30 million feels weightless as he struggles to balance love, regret, and a career that cost him his family. Jason Priestley, born August 28, 1969, the Beverly Hills, 90,210, heartthrob crashed, literally and figuratively. Near-fatal injuries and fading fame haunt him. At 55, his $12 million fortune whispers of what could have been. Viggo Mortensen, born October 20, 1958, the Lord of the Rings, king hides in solitude, shunning Hollywood's glare. At 66, his $40 million can't mend years of artistic isolation and love lost to the price of passion. Luke Perry, born October 11, 1966, the 90,210 star seemed invincible until a massive stroke ended his life on March 4, 2019. At 52, he left behind $10 million and a legacy tinged with unspoken regrets and quiet heartbreak. Cheryl Ladd, born July 12, 1951, the Charlie's Angels, beauty lived behind a perfect smile as failed marriages and fading fame gnawed at her. At 74, her $12 million fortune feels like an echo of a world she no longer belongs to. Esai Morales, born October 1, 1962, the La Bamba actor watched Hollywood's promise slip through his fingers. At 62, with $5 million, he wonders if the dream was ever worth the price of anonymity and broken dreams. Dwayne Johnson, born May 2, 1972, the Fast and Furious Titan built an empire, but behind the $800 million smile lurk sleepless nights, fractured family ties, and the weight of a public persona too heavy to carry. At 53, he feels the cracks deepening. Danny Trejo, born May 16, 1944, the machete antihero clawed out of prison and addiction, but scars remain. At 81, his $8 million life feels like a miracle, though each night reminds him of demons that still whisper in the dark. Tom Cruise, born July 3, 1962, the Top Gun legend flew too close to power. Scientology, broken marriages, and obsession left him estranged. At 63, with $600 million, he's a king in a glass castle, haunted by whispers he can't silence. Sammo Hung, born January 7, 1952, the martial arts master fought his way to glory but paid in health and lost time. At 73, with $25 million, he limps through a world that forgot his sacrifices, weighed down by loneliness. Peter Weller, born June 24, 1947, the RoboCop icon vanished into academia, his fame a ghost. At 78, his $8 million can't soothe the ache of obscurity or the roads not taken. Chow Yun-fat, born May 18, 1955, the Crouching Tiger star turned his back on riches, yet tragedy haunts him, childlessness and the loss of friends to fame's cruelty. At 70, his $100 million feels meaningless. Jackie Chan, born April 7, 1954, the kung fu legend hides broken bones and estranged family behind a $400 million smile. At 71, he wonders if his life of sacrifice left him rich but hollow. Lee Horsley, born May 15, 1955, became iconic as Matt Houston, the rugged detective with charm masking deep pain. Behind the cameras, failed marriages and career decline haunted him. At 70, he lives quietly, his $3 million fortune a fragile echo of lost stardom. Judd Nelson, born November 28, 1959, immortalized as the rebellious John Bender in The Breakfast Club, wrestled with fading fame and personal demons. Now 65, his $4 million fortune feels hollow in the shadow of lost opportunities. Larry Wilcox, born August 8, 1947, the golden boy of chips, watched success slip through scandals and financial ruin. At 77, his quiet life belies the pain of a career cut short, his $1.5 million net worth a fragile reminder. John James, born April 18, 1956, famed for Dynasty, struggled with obscurity and broken relationships after fame. At 69, his $3 million wealth feels like ashes, echoing a once glittering Hollywood life. Brenda Vaccaro, born November 18, 1939, a vibrant force in Midnight Cowboy, endured heartbreaks and health battles. Now 85, her $4 million fortune can't erase the scars of love lost and roles that slipped away.